Like, why is she... Oh my... I don't get this. Why is she running away when I talk to her? Tactics, stay together. But I already talked to her about this. I'm gonna save so I don't shoot one of my own here. No, what the? Where's my guy? God damn it. There. God damn it, I have to like keep a track on them so they stay with me and stuff. Oh boy, we have so much crap now that we need to sell off. I have to go to the market and sell shit. Papa. Hmm. 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 I was surprised. Didn't know SMG. Avoid. Oh, we're so overburdened with stuff, man. God damn it. Is there there is no vendor here, right? Can buy a burn barrel and let's see, hex to level up. 150. It's onto 200. No. What was it with this guy now? It was survival stuff. Oh yeah, deep pockets. I remember it right. Then it is Juggernauts. And then it is the one inner reserve we called, right? It needs 4 points. Oh, he can carry more stuff. How many bolts do we have? Oh, crap. Need logs, man. Logs and okay. Oh, I got overburdened because the stuff ended up in my inventory. Where is this guy at again? Check garbage bins again. Would you be happy to hear that I dealt with a capybara for you? Yes, the neighbors told me. At first I thought they were making it up to curtail my sobbing during the long winter nights. But since you're saying the same thing, it must be true. Thank you so much. I can feel myself smiling wider than I have in the last 5 years. Look, I'm grinning like an outright crazy person. Corners of man's lips have moved up a few millimeters in what could be called the world's tiniest smile, and the existential dread in his eyes has dropped by at least 2%. Yeah, please take this kit for modifying weapons and show you found good use for it. That'd be a side here to talk about something else. Do you maybe want something printed? Still has a question, you don't mind? Yeah, we already talked to him. Yep. Let's see. So I'm wondering. Oh yeah, we should try and go there now and see if we can. Get the seeds. Turning to quiet island and stumbled upon the scene, grumbling and quarreling, 2 men holding a long, narrow package on their shoulders. Boy, ain't this one a heavy bastard, one of the porters complains. No worries. When we get to our cellar, we'll nail the son of a gun to the wall. Let him hang for a while. Haha. The second chuckles. Grab the package and run away. You see some mysterious parcel, throw it over your shoulder and bolt, running down a maze of narrow streets. A couple of 100 meters later, starting you lost the package's owners, you stop to catch your breath and inspect what you just stole. Oh, what do we have here? Putting off the shapeless canvas cover, you realize the strange pair's burden was an ordinary Soviet tapestry, embroidered with classic floral patterns. Oh well. Drag and continue on your way. That was somewhat random. Doesn't he sleep? Not that late, though, I guess. Water! No. Let's see if we can get rid of some stuff. Oh. see, I need that. God damn it. Yeah, remove everything. I can. Okay. Okay. There we go. Uh, do, do, do. I could get that one for hexagon or hexagon. Get first aid for ourselves. Hmm. Do this, and then we do this, and then we do good. And we are gonna read one. Everybody gets points actually. Perfect. Tell them back. Oh, discount. Oh, god damn it! I've done that before. This guy ain't much, I see. Perfect how it turned out to be exactly 400, but 400. Yeah. See that? No, you are, huh? Good luck. You're a northern saboteur. Of course not, I can't even figure. You're a role-playing gamer. What? Oh, no, you're wrong. What? How is that wrong? You're a die-hard sumo fan. Pong Tackler Sambo Sensei. You're a chainsaw juggler. You're a bad poet. You're an amateur thoracic surgeon. Package master. Disco dancer. Philatelist. There is a dungeon master I can't save for some reason. Let's see if this guy is always here. Wait. Hmm. Okay. I wanna pay $1,000. I like my money. God damn it. Feels like we're gonna have to. Freaking heck, he's constantly awake, man. Okay, he's not going to bed. Fine then. I'd like to buy some seeds. Damn robbery, man. Okay. I hope we can find a market on the way here. I want food. do, 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 do. Oh wait, she has self? No. Holy crap, sniper rifle, AK. Holy crap, they are armed. No. Wrong way. You walk along a gloomy deserted street, an alien stray dog ambles in the same direction a couple of meters in front of you. The animal abruptly freezes in place, sniffing at the cool air. Then it barks once and rushes into a nearby ally. Our survival is pretty shit. During a nightly miscellaneous stumble upon a disturbing scene. Armed bandits are leading a few bruised and battered people dressed in not much more than rags. They must be slavers, transporting living goods on the cover of night. None of them has spotted you. Do you interfere? Time to free the slaves. Hiding behind a garbage bin, you hurl a rattly chunk of metal trash out on the road. The slaves scatter and take cover in the nearest ditch while the slaves run for their lives. Thanks. Slaves got a level. So what the heck are we gonna do with her then? Let's get it to 250. Uh, so there we go with more pistol. Whatever. Remember you asked me to look for buttermint seeds in the city. I recall mentioning it when you asked. In the buttermint seeds, and guess what I found? Crazy shepherd all but jumps with joy as he takes the seeds of the legendary plant with a mutated mockery of nature created by the radioactive storms of the apocalypse from your hands. Dear heart, no one else has ever brought me so much joy, not even my ghost. Here, have your reward. I swear it will help you in your travels. The man bends down to dig in the snow and pulls out a basket full of juicy looking carrots, which he happily presents to you. Here you go. Now I need to find a secluded spot where I can plant these seeds. Oh, I can't wait. Thank you, I guess. Hope you reap what you sow. We got 33 carrots. I feel like a bunny. What's up, Doc? We got 36 of them. You can carry them. Well, we have enough food for ever. I guess we can sleep or bed. Yeah, let's go and check the market, see if there's anything new for us. Okay. Let's see, weapons. Map. Tap once, please, jump. Battle axe is pretty cool, though. So let's see, that's 2.7k. Get that. Do, 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 do. So what the heck are we gonna do now? No, yes, right. There we go. Let's see. some of that. Stuff. Armor. Oh wait. Harder. No. 1200, huh? That's crap. There and armor. That's like crap one. Oops. No. Oop. Okay. Let's go to Dots done, right? Oh yeah, no, we have the robbery to do. I guess we can do that one, huh? Yeah, that goes. Did you have any coffee? Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's all the food that we have. That's I think it's this. It's a save before we do this. The three dubious felons with whom you're going to rob the equally dubious felons have already arrived. With the exaggerated gestures, the ringleader is displaying something to his two colleagues. They're listening with bitter expressions. It's clear they don't share his accusings. Yeah, funny. Alright, the whole team is assembled. Okay, Pencil, let's not drag this out. My name is Mika the Wheel, and I'm the getaway driver. Lyoka, the lab assistant, cracksmith. Yes, and I'm Pencil, captain of this ship, and this here is... Response to you, there's an awkward silence, and this is actually, what is your name? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. No. Call me Sandy the Butcher. I'm the muscle of this operation. What the hell? I thought you two knew each other. Pencil. Are you out of your mind? Fuck, man, what if he's an undercover cop? He'll lap off of you. I've been observing this fine young fellow since he arrived in Trudograd. He's an adventure seeker, isn't that right? Of course it's true. Scout's honor. Did you hear? He gave us his word. Of course he's in the biz. Scout's honor, that's all it takes? Shit, anybody can say that. Say they are not a cop or a rat, that doesn't mean... me tits, Mika, believe me. About people, I'm never wrong. What about the time you organized the delivery of rusty weapons to Krasnosnameni and all your associates turned out to be undercover police officers? Ah, the mistakes of youth. Come on, guys. Enough is enough. We have a plan to discuss. I agree. Let's talk about the robbery. Yep, our target is an illegal cockfighting ring ran by a man called Genagievich. Again, to correct his safe would be golden. And how exactly are we going to do that? I doubt Genagievich is in a hurry to share his money. It's not like he gets a vote. The old goat got himself killed out on the Trudograd road, leaving his posse grief-stricken and confused. Safe is being guarded by 2.5 men. See where I'm going with this? I have a bad feeling about this. Are you sure he's dead? Yes, but that's not all. The cellar has been locked for more than a week now, and the entrance has only one guard. Only a couple of people have been inside so far. Until they pick a new ringleader, that money will stay right there in the safe. What makes you so sure there will be so little security on site? We don't have a lot of people. Some of them died with the boss, and the rest are now fighting with each other, probably. We have to act quickly while they are still running around like headless chickens. How can you be sure Genagievich is dead? I have a connection in the road guard from back when I was a smuggler. They told me the old fuck got blown up in his car. Some unresolved beef with a group of chicken farmers. Are you sure the money is still there? Absolutely. Yanadovich's assistant is in charge of collecting the proceeds after each fight, but he was killed in this explosion with his boss. Until the little enterprise elects a new ringleader, that money will stay right there in the safe. Okay, I see. Explain your plan already. It's easy as turnip pie. Their office is located between the Scrap Quarter and Mikolai's Tavern. That's where we'll meet up. Mika will bring his car, and you, me, and Loka will do the rest. Knock out the outside guard and intimidate whoever's inside, if anyone's there at all. So it's simple. You and I will hold the remaining guards at gunpoint while Lyoka opens the safe. After that, we race away in Mika's car and split the loot. And that's when I'll also give you the info about the professor. Sounds a little too easy. You sure you're not missing anything? Positive. I spent a long time planning this job. Everything's going to work perfectly. Fine, it's a deal. So we meet between the Scrap Quarter and Mikolai's Tavern then. Exactly, but we need to act fast. Who knows how long this window of opportunity will last. When you exit the Scrap Quarter, go right. We'll be waiting for you. But come alone. We don't need any extra people, okay? Let's not waste any more time. Hold up, sec. How much money are we talking about? I'm not risking my life for a couple of 1,000 rubles. Relax, I've been into a couple of their cockfights. It was super crowded and people were making bets into the hundreds of thousands. Can't promise it, but there's a good chance there are millions of rubles waiting for us in that safe. At least 2 or 3. From the mouth of God's ears, as they say. Okay, so we are gonna... I feel like this is a trap. See how this goes. Notice Pencil and his cohort standing near Mika at wheels cars. Pencil waves to you. Do you want to temporarily say goodbye to your fellow followers, if you have any, and join the Free Bandits? Join.
You jump in the car where your partners in crime are already waiting. Pencil, as usual, is upbeat, but the other two are visibly tense. Mika is tapping nervously on the wheel and popping his head out the window every few seconds. Loka, the lab assistant, is compulsively checking his magazine. All right, ladies and germs, the plan is simple. Mika will wait here for us. Me, Loka, our new friend, Pencil points at you, will go down to the basement where they stage the cockfights. There will likely be one lone guard at the entrance. We need to get rid of him quietly. Inside will be a couple more people at most. We take them at gunpoint, find the safe. Loha cracks her open, piece of cake. Pencil pulls 3 scarves from his jacket, tying one over the lower part of his face. He offers the other 2 to you and Loha. Better safe than sorry.
Okay, let's see. There you go, right? Well, waste time. Let's go.
That's the spirit. Pencil pops open the door. This is gonna be smooth like butter, I promise. Okay, enough dilly-dallying, let's move. He tucks his gun under his leather jacket and gets out of the car. With the scarves over your faces and guns hidden under your shirts, the three of you walk up the block and turn into a narrow side street. You walk fast for about 30 more meters before coming to a T-junction. A 5-story house from the 50s towers above you, but the way is blocked by a handful of tumble-down shacks. Crap, this was all open space just a week ago. These anthills keep going up everywhere, Pencil swears. That 5-story building, that's where we're going. The road to the left traverses a residential block. On the right area, lean-to shanties and medieval-looking spiked fences.
Go right along the fence.
You decide to take the empty, dirty street. On the left, you're covered by odd-looking huts, and on the right, by a long fence bordering a ditch full of weeds and sewage. Out of nowhere, a raggedy-looking mutt trots into your path and starts barking his lungs out. The beast isn't actually threatening, but it might draw the attention of your upcoming victims.
Sorry, dog.
Pencil looks uncertain. Dog killer, huh? Well, if that's really what you want to do, I suppose you can finish him off. He looks around before continuing in a low voice. But I'm not sure firing your gun's a good idea. I suggest you strangle the beast instead. Or throw a knife at it if you have one. Loja rests a hand on your shoulder and says pleadingly, "Let's just go. Do we really need to kill it? I feel sorry for the old yella."
Throwing weapons.
Your well-aimed bolt penetrates the beast's skull right between the eyes. The poor mutt is dead. You wait a couple minutes just to be safe and continue your journey.
The walk is not long.
You arrive at the entrance of the illegal cockfighting basement, where a lone guard is pacing back and forth. He looks bored and isn't much interested in his surroundings or his job. Pencil presses his index finger to his lips and ducks behind a pile of dirty boxes. You and Loja follow. The moment of truth. We have to get rid of this lumphead, and quietly. Pencil takes a quick peek at the situation and quickly ducks back. This part's up to you. Don't let us down. The doorway is hidden from the eyes of both passerby and the guard, so there's no need for violence. But getting there without drawing his attention will be hard. Slowly, you raise your head from behind the box and take aim while the guard's back is turned. The bolt pierces right between the shoulder blades. He collapses to the ground with a whimper. Pencil and Loja come from behind cover to stand over the guard's body. "Nice shooting," whistles Pencil, giving the body a kick. "Let's get this over with before somebody stumbles on this fool," Loja says in a trembling voice. The ironclad door is secured with a hefty padlock. Pencil scratches his head, unsure, but Loja, the lab assistant, needs only tinker with it for a minute, and the door is open. He turns to you. "All set. Take a look and see what's inside."
Just as you step down into the basement, your left and several projectile hits you straight in the eyes. Even half blind, you can see there are more than 2 guards. One of the men speaks with palpable tension in his voice. "Who the fuck are you and what are you doing here?" As it goes pale, says the corpse, a dead corpse. "Ivanovich, what the hell are you doing here? You were killed on the highway." "Killed what now? Oh, that. Yeah, I started that rumor myself, idiot. See, the secret cartel placed a bounty on my head. I decided to assassinate myself before they could. But my contact's on the merchant guild. Punks are crooked shit for brains. They sell their service to the highest bidder. Well, I paid them well to spread that little rumor. Speaking of sellouts, is that you, Pencil? You decided that since I was dead, you were free to rob our place of business? How embarrassing. Pencil made a mistake, but I guess I'm the racer. That's what we should do here. I need to go in with
You jump in the car where your partners in crime are already waiting. Pencil, as that's a spear. With the scarves over your face, you decide to take the empty. Pencil looks uncertain. You arrive at the entrance of slowly. The iron.
I use the mellow and that will kill enemies a little quicker. Big Sang heads over the gorse by the cell. The pencil looks from Ryoka, who's shivering in fright, to you. Storm was shot in the tight confines of the basement must have damaged his eardrum, so that when he opens his mouth, he shouts, "You guys okay? What a fucking mess!" It happens. What can you do about it? Nothing. We are alive. That's what truly matters. Plus, we have nothing to fear now. We can crack the safe open without any worry, or hassle. Yeah, and what if we hadn't survived? What would you do then? Answer me that, huh? Huh? Sippy Leonka. What's next on the agenda? Now we go to that fuck's office. Spencer points to business and the end of his sword off at you know, of his bloody mangled carcass. Find the goddamn safe. This is your time to shine, Leoka. I know how you operate. Click, click, and the pitch springs wide open. Am I right? And you, buddy, watch his back. As for me, I'll guard the door. You never know who might wander in. So be it. I can't move. What the heck? Heck, isn't doing anything? Okay. Ooh, hmm. Save a significantly less bountiful than pencil described. 10,000 rubles in robberies and pocket change. You will have to share more than half this money with your monthly crew. So, how many millions are we talking about? I don't want to upset you, the okay, but it's only 10 grand. Three-star bots made enemies of some gangster and broke the law for that. I knew it would turn out like this. I should have told you to frick off when I was offered this lousy gig. Yeah, anyway, let's go. And I'm overburdened again. God damn it. So exit the wall pencil who never takes his eyes off the door. Heaves a sigh of relief and stubs his smoking cigarette out against the wall. Gotta get out of here. I went outside for a little later and saw some thugs gathering out there. When they spotted me, they rushed to hide. I bet they're, with his cronies. Came over, man. This is it. We're as good as Detsky. They'll kill us for sure. This. Oh, shit. Let's get out of here, guys. Okay. Let's get the heck out of here. Walk away.
You shoot out of the joint, into the empty street, in the back of Mika the Wheel's car before even taking a breath of the clean outdoor air. The driver gives you a quick look and puts the pedal to the metal. With an ear-splitting screech, a Moscovich comes out of the gate behind you, followed closely by a menacing Ish 2125. A thug with a pistol is scanning the scene from the Ish. He points at your car, and the pursuit is on. As calm as a Zen Buddhist and skillful as an F1 pilot despite the buzz of bullets all around, Mika takes you swiftly and smoothly through the maze of narrow streets, busy market squares, and tram stops, drifts of snow, and patches of broken road, all the way to the suburbs.
Grab his seat tightly.
So hard it seems he's going to break through the car's floor. This is the moment when the light as a feather Ish spins out of control, flips upside down into the ditch, and explodes as if loaded with TNT. The other, heavily armored car breaks immediately. Having lost their leader, the remaining thugs have also lost any interest in pursuing you. Mika drags his eyes from the rearview mirror with a grin. At last, you're on your way to safety.
Let's head for the outskirts.
At a more conventional speed, you cruise smoothly past ordinary people and police officers racing to the scene of the spectacular crash. The gate guards are so focused on the explosion, they take no notice of you. Mika drives you to the small suburban market without trouble and rolls to a stop.
The car. Inspect your surroundings. If the outskirts of Trudograd change at all in your absence, it certainly doesn't look like it. Ah, I haven't had this much fun in a long while. Did you see how they blew up? I always said you can't beat talent with alcoholism. The oak in the lava system doesn't share Mika's attitude. Trembling, he removes the kerchief covering his face and stares nervously at the city gates. Awesome, we passed with flying colors. Nice skills, Mika. A kind word is always welcome. However, we didn't do this gig for sport. What about the money? Yeah, about the money. I have 10,000 rubles right here. Only 10,000? Goddamn, pencil, you idiot. And not just pencil. I'm an idiot as well, and you're an idiot too, since you agreed to this good-for-nothing heist. Oh, please, it's not a bad payout. Except when you divide it 4 ways. Let's go with Speedcraft, huh? There will be even less without me. I deserve a bigger cut. I'm gonna be nice about this, I think. No use crying about it. It's 10,000 more than we had before. Quickly divide the stolen loot. Your cut comes to 2,500 rubles. I admit we came a little shy of the million rubles I estimated, but it was an honest mistake. At least we didn't walk out there empty-handed. To be honest, I was hoping for more. If I knew how tiny the pair would be, I would never have joined this crazy operation. It was an adventure, Leoka. It was fun. After all, what is money? Just paper. A smart man can always get more paper, but the experience you get this day is a rare thing indeed. I'll remind you about your promise. Tell me what you know about Professor Gorashev. Yeah, about Gorashev. Your professor used to be a customer of mine, always buying rusty old gadgets and gewgaws. These were stolen goods, mind you, and before you asked, no, he had no qualms about that fact. No, I have no idea why he wanted all that junk. In any case, a couple of times he shared his fears with me. Said that the boys from the Secret Service are watching him. I didn't believe it at first, but then I started noticing things myself. One time, a black car stood parked under his windows for days. Some dude was sneaking about near his door. Once, I even saw some guy with binoculars across the street. At first, I got kind of scared, thinking they were trying to capture me, but it wasn't about me at all. They weren't even ordinary cops. I think Gorashev did something to attract the secret police, the Trudograd Security Service. Do you have any idea what they wanted with the old man? Not a clue, only I did hear that he worked on something top secret for the government back before the war. Maybe that's why they were watching him. I see. What happened later? Can't say. All I know is that when I came knocking one day with some transistors he had asked for, he was already gone. The other dude you talked to was living there. A quick, furtive look around Pencil gestured you to come close and whispers hoarsely. My guess is the old man was sent to the Ram's Horn. It's the secret prison somewhere in Trudograd. Anyone who actively resists the ones in power, dabbles in terrorism, or simply knows too much that someone gets thrown in there. Get it? Your professor isn't just some retired old goat who spent his days feeding the birds. Before the war, he was a top-ranking scientist. I would bet my left buttock he knew some state secrets of the utmost importance. Now that our current leaders have mostly dealt with the problems Trudograd has faced since the war, we finally had time to kidnap and silence Gorashev. What's that for theory? A government conspiracy theory. You should try writing a novel, buddy. Oh, can you tell me where this Ram's Horn is located? Nobody knows. There's a rumor that the entrance is somewhere in the upper tier of the city, where all the rooftop buildings are. I can't check that out for myself though, and I don't want to either. But yeah, so that's that. Here's my advice, and I'm only saying this because I like you. Don't risk your ass investigating this thing. It will be bad for your health. That Generalis fellow seemed to know you from before. How did that happen? We worked together. I had to get in my hands on some pre-war weapons and sold them on to Krasosnemeni. We used to have a guy there who resold the stuff, a bearded fellow in the catacombs beneath the town. That part of the waste is wild. You can hardly take 2 steps before finding yourself knee-deep in cultists and bandits, so weapons are always a high-value commodity. I should have guessed Janadovich still had ties to the border guards and the highway patrol. Who do you think those guys were who chased us? Janadovich partners in the cockfighting business, definitely. My guess is Asmet, Brass Knuckles, and Sergei Bonebreaker. Asmet was the leader, so he was probably the one who blew the fuck up. I get it. Well, time to wrap this up. Yeah, we should probably lay low for a while. Mika's car is too well known in the city now. We'll hide out somewhere until the beacon gets tired looking for us. In a month or 2 we can come back. We'll definitely skip town. Let Janadovich pals forget about us as well. Hey Mika, I'll have to close up shop too. Let's hope nobody breaks into my place while I'm gone. That would be a massive hit to my reputation as a master locksmith. Sure, listen, we are the usual suspects around here, so we better disappear. But I don't think you have anything to worry about since you're new in town. We'll change your handshakes with everyone you watch your former partners in crime get into the car and leave the city. You lose sight of them in the fog. There's nothing left for you to do but move on. Just then, Oldman Hexagon sneaks up and taps you on the shoulder. Whether you've been hiding behind a nearby snow pile or drinking in a tavern is a mystery to you. So criminal bodies are finally left. Thanks for that. I was worried I would have to go back to writing those awful boring novels to stay afloat. Now we can continue our thrilling adventure. Wadala, we're off. So let's see. Oh. Let's go where it is. Each. Let's see. Oh, he doesn't have any money at all. Okay, water here at least. Let's see. Just trying to see what I need. Say we want all the wires. Let's see. We need logs. Uh, let's see. Let's go here and sell off some more stuff that we don't really need. So much junk on here.
У меня так много дел.
Rid of all this. We can sell those at that other place.
Ну, здравствуй.
Yeah. What we can do for now. Uh, let's see. Yeah. The docks we need to go to. You're walking down a somewhat crowded street when the man in front of you abruptly stops, ship is all low and falls face down on the icy pavement. His green fellow citizens cringe, curse, step around him and hurry on their way without sparing a thought towards helping the poor blighter. Walk over to the man and check if he's okay. You roll the fallen man on his back and flinch back from what you find. His face is grey, his eyes sunken, and his yellow tongue is protruding from his stinking mouth. You don't need a surgeon to tell you he's dead, probably from starvation. Shrug and rifle through his pockets. Quick search produces a single fork from one of the man's pockets. The irony does not escape you. The poor schmuck had an eating utensil on his person, but he didn't have the money or strength to get the meal he so desperately needed. We don't have any. Okay. Continue. We gained a fork. Woohoo. So I need to stand by. There for a moment. Your attention is attracted by a weird symbol painted on the garage door. You made a wrong turn someplace and stumbled into an area controlled by one of the local street gangs. Group of criminals are searching the street close by. You don't have much time to decide. Speechcraft. What? Defend yourself. Okay. Knife game. You're in the UK. Stab, stab, stab. Stab, stab. Hmm. Dogs. Take a deep breath for dogs out here. He smells of fish, salt, and hot tar. Suddenly, your gaze is drawn to a big man wearing an imported denim jacket. He is staring directly at you, realizing that you have spotted him. The man smacks his lips and starts lazily walking over. Well, wait up. Yes, can I help you? It's the other way around. I'm here to help you. You're new around here and you guys always get into trouble. But it doesn't have to be that way. And all it's going to cost you is 50 rubles, Wheeler. What do you say to that? What kind of help are we talking about here? As long as you're on my turf, all troubles will pass you by. And if someone tries to start something, I'll be right there to help. Whoever pays more. What is your turf exactly? Giant points back to where you came from and just down the street to the next corner. It's not much. This territory spans some easily 2 blocks. But that doesn't seem like a great expanse. Sure, but this is happening. It's a happening corner. A lot going on around here. And who are you? You can call me Big Bao. I work as a guard for the Guangzhou company. And what kind of help are you offering exactly? My ID. Welo. Like I said, as long as you're on my turf, all troubles to pass you by. And if someone tries to start something, Not sure, of course. Alright, Big Bao, here's 50 big ones. Why is the station, Guelo? A little protection from Big Bao will do you a lot of good. Besides, he counts out the man's money. He slips the cash into the back pocket of his pants. Well, guy, chassis. Likewise. 50 bucks. Guess we can afford it. Mermaid statue? What the heck? High art indeed. Okay. Let's see where we can go and not go here. Right here, accordionist dances to his elderly instrument's melody. An open accordion case sits nearby with a tidy pile of donation from the public. Everybody dance now! Hey, 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 hey! Everybody dance now! We shall not dance, but I will praise your music verbally. Down with the dedicant modern musicians. Make way for folk artists. We care nothing for the fine taste of thieving city elites. This is music of labor, the music of class struggle. Thank you, dear, even if I've never labored a day in my whole life. Let's Quizbox rest for a while. I have some questions for you. But I'll stop playing. The man shakes his head and points to his accordion case, indicating if he stops, he won't get any change. Probably musician a ruble. Throw shiny coin, but miss like a dope. Ruben sinks into the snow without stopping his song, and the mouse bends over and picks it up. Put 1 ruble into the case. Thank you. Can you answer a few general questions? Accordion player smiles widely as his instrument dangled from the belt on his shoulder. What's your name at least? I want anything for cash, that's my motto. You help this hungry musician out, and I'll thank you with a talk. What's your name at least? Call me Ivan Doe. It's not a real name, but that's what folks who first gave me shelter decided to call me. I don't remember any other nicknames, if I had any, so it's my first and only. Are you a pro musician? The musician's expression suddenly turns grim. He scratches his chin while trying to conjure up a properly reply to your question. Hell if I know. Maybe I'm a professional, maybe I ain't. See, 3 years ago I drank some spoiled booze or bashed my poor head in, because when I woke up I remember nothing about my life or job, not even my name, as if I had just been born into this world. Okay. Tried to find clues to my past for several weeks until I saw this accordion lying in a garbage heap. My fingers settled on the button and I started to play. I played so good, all the hobos gathered around and started clapping and stomping in time. Just like a jamboree. Whoever I was before the blackout was a chump if I didn't play for people like I do now. What about Trudograd? Can you tell me something about the city? Since I found my calling in life, I only leave the dogs to go to the market or take a hike in the outskirts. The streets are dangerous nowadays. The bandits do whatever they feel like, and the drunkards regularly assault simple travelers. But sometimes you get to meet traveling salesmen. The prices are always very reasonable. Can't you report any interesting rumors? Why do you need rumors? Advice is better than hearsay. Listen, if you get offered protection, take it, or I will bite you in the ass later on. Respect the one Joe, but if you're a smooth talker, try to avoid their missions. The jobs they offer aren't worth the risk. I see. Can we change the subject? Musician is a novel sight nowadays. How's work treating you? The street musician is lost in thought for a few moments, then he passed the worn keyboard of his instrument. Quite good, actually. The sweet melodies of the accordion touch something in the wandering souls who pass through these docks. Every time a ship arrives, a crowd of merchants and sailors forms, throwing cash over ciggies in my case. Even the bandits and the Guangzhou are pretty easy on extorting my profits. The only problem I have right now is this boil on my stomach. Growing larger by the day, and it stings like hell when I accidentally bump it against my accordion. I wish I had enough to see a doctor to get some ointment. Let me take a closer look. I'm pretty good at taking care of myself. Maybe I can help you. You would do something like that for free. Listen, if you're serious about helping, please take a look. Your eyes are younger than mine. Maybe you can spot what's going on in there. Medkit. Clean the wound using a medkit. Man twitches, screams, and cringes at the procedure, but manages to stay in one place until you're finished. Use up your whole medkit, draining the pus, disinfecting the wound, and applying bandages. When you pull the man's shirt back down, it's much less swollen than before. Or you know, it might even heal. I already feel much better. Shit, man, you used up a whole medkit on some lowlife you just met. Listen, I can't let you go without the reward. The happy accordion pulls out a huge key on a chain. Judging by its weird, overworldly shape, it must fit a specific, very complex lock. Check this trinket out. Been carrying it around my neck ever since I woke up 3 years ago after suffering some kind of memory loss. I do know what it is for, but maybe you'll find out. And if it turns out to unlock some treasure, you'll have me to thank for it. Thanks. Take the mysterious key. Here you go. Despite its being useless, it has an intricate construction. It might come in handy one day. Hey, just feel it. By the way, since you dealt with that ball thing on my stomach, could you maybe also cure the itch on my chest? Without waiting for an answer, the man hikes his top even higher to display his pasty hairy chest. But no matter how you look, you see nothing unusual. Even if you want to help him out again, you can't locate the source of his itching problem. Some cash to get a free t-shirt. It's not worth. I'm not worthy. Okay, now then leave. Okay. A second. Oh. Back. Something. Okay. A scraggy man in a garish silk shirt eyes you up and down and then slaps a tattered deck of a pre-war playing cards on the table. Have you come to challenge Ruslan Lee the Lucky, or did one of my little assistants send you? Yes, who are these assistants? Local mudlarks. I paid him to start a room. I was looking for help to deal with some fog. Those little bastards probably just took the money and ran away. Anyway, now that you know about my assignment, maybe you're willing to help. Well, I need more information. Any base in this muscle. When I first came to the docks, I was no exception. I refused to pay the Guangzhou guys, so I had to hire this one thug instead. This got away the coyote sniffing around my business, but for many months now, I haven't had any trouble with the locals. The Guangzhou got used to me, and the card parlor is a local sightseeing destination now. I don't need protection anymore, especially from that dopehead. But he keeps dropping by asking for money. So far I've been avoiding him, but I'm afraid he's going to turn into a problem at some point. I need someone to help me terminate our agreement before this Schisler decides to do something nasty. What do you say? Fancy talking to him for the 1,000+ rubles I owe him? Why not? I agree to help you solve your problem. Or what makes you think I can help you? Don't get me wrong, you adventurers all think you're unique and extraordinary, but that's honestly not the case. You've seen one of your kind, you've seen them all. I know you guys always need money and connections and can take care of an odd job, even if you don't look like it. That's all. Okay, I can help you. Perfect, now go to the brothel where this pig, Prokhor Morminskin, likes to loaf around. Take him someplace out of the way and explain that he shouldn't bother me anymore. Like that. Ruslan Lee adopts a combat stance and starts slapping the air with his fingers outspread as if beating off an invisible opponent. Okay, but first let's discuss something else. As you wish, how about a game? Come on, challenge me. Maybe later. Answer a couple of questions for me. Sorry about the only question I ever answer is crap. How on earth did you win again? The answer is shrug and a shy smile. Yeah. Naval mine, huh? Big bow. An old man in an elegant Chinese tunic suit watches over the smoke-filled tea house. When he sees you, he bows formally. Ni hao, and welcome to Uncle Ho's tea house. I think you spoke with my messenger. Yes, what business do you have with me? Me and my colleagues wish to speak with you about a menace that is approaching Trudograd near Skull Rock. There's a ship on standby called the Pearl of the East. It belongs to the Guanzhou clan, the ancient enemies of the Guanzhou. This can only mean one thing. Soon Trudograd will be flooded with the most dangerous drug in the wasteland, Black Lotus, and in such quantities and at such a low price that peace and sanity will flee this city forever. Addiction will strike at all tiers of society like an epidemic. Okay. This tactic of flooding a market with lotus has compelled many coastal cities to swear allegiance to the Guanzhou. But Trudograd has a slim chance to avoid this catastrophe. We have worked out the plan and we only lack a skilled operative to turn it into action. The elders of Guanzhou chose you. Okay, what's the plan? I want to hear it before I make a decision. Wise words. You have already shown you care about Trudograd, at least until you get what ATOM HQ sent you here to find. Uncle pronounces his last words calmly. He makes your top secret assignment sound like common knowledge. Turns out everyone will benefit from this jolly cooperation. Now let me tell you about the plan. Hey, how did you know I'm with ATOM? A strong friendship with the revolutionaries has benefits. We learned of your successes, your skills, your talents, and even of your location from your comrade. And the fact that you are not some shucksy, but are allied with the legendary ATOM organization, we learned from the radio calls you received on the way here. Our hardware intercepted them long ago. Okay, fine. What's the operation? As I said, the ship called Pearl of the East dropped anchor in the sea near Skull Rock. It belongs to our ancient enemy, the Guanzhou, under the command of the villainous Captain Lang. This ship carries a cargo of Black Lotus, which will be used to turn the citizenry of Trudograd into hopeless drug addicts. The ultimate purpose is for the Guanzhou to rule them as cattle. To avoid such a fate for this fine city, you will take one of my best agents to the docks and find a man called Zimbado. Zimbado will ferry you to Skid Rock. When you get to the Pearl, a man will do everything he can to get you inside the cargo hold. I'm gonna speak over Uncle Ho. In the hold, you will have a chat with Bang Kimchi, an operative who works on the ship as a mechanic. Kimchi will ask you a certain question, reply to him, but the panda doesn't read very fast. He will then give you an explosive called Semtex, key to the Black Lotus hold, and a detonator. You will set the explosives in the hold. This is the one place on the ship where explosives can be rigged to the fuel line. The detonator you will activate later once you are safely off the ship. Then you will move to the upper deck in order to deal with Lang. This Daito crossed Guanzhou numerous times and we very much want him dead. First tell me about this Captain Lang. If you do good things for 3 years, no one will know. If you do one bad thing, all of China will find out at once. Lang's career is the opposite of this bit of wisdom. If he ever did a good deed in his life, no matter how small, the whole world would hear of it due to its surprising nature. I never found a worse fog lion, morally reprehensible bastard than Lang. Be careful when dealing with him, Xin Chen. Why are you so worried before Trudograd? If you do not believe it is because we are honorable men, then perhaps your cynical mind would understand this. It is beneficial for us to trade here. How many rugs and plastic spoons will degenerate drug addicts buy, huh? None. That is why we must stop Lang. Why can't you give me the explosive while we're still here? A brass gong is good for calling workers for lunch, but if you want to call wise men for an important meeting, it's better to use a silver one. Our agent on the ship got his hand on a much better explosive than the simple dynamite that I can give you. The Semtech explosive he hid for you on the ship is rigged with some rare pre-war technology, a radio detonator with a vast active radius. Only this thing can ensure your ability to blow the ship up from a safe distance. Why would Kun Chao want to lord over a bunch of addicts? Strange question, friend. Shark would be glad to see the whole world sing. Drug addicts make perfect slaves, believe me. I've seen such things with my own eyes. You mentioned Skull Rock. What can you tell me about it? A strange and wonderful feat of nature. I have personally seen only black and white photos from our agents, however. It is a rock far from here, and it looks a lot like a human skull. Okay, I'll help you. Gigi Xinjian, you will be helped on this mission by my main guy, Long Wang. A tough-looking Asian man in a leather jacket finally draws attention to himself. He speaks to the trader in an unfamiliar tongue, but one shouldn't be a polyglot to understand that he sounds offended. Uncle Ho, however, stops his tirade with a gesture. Full bottle is quiet. Only a half bottle makes a sound when shaking. Go to Captain Sinbadov Long Wang and prepare the ship. I promise this will be the last job I ask of you. I should mention I was sent here by the revolutionaries. I'm listening. What do you comrades wish from old man Ho this time? I need to find the honest people society. You know a way to reach them. Uncle Ho observes it closely and loses himself in thought. You're about to hurry him up when he finally returns. So be it. I will help you. Hopefully this decision will not come back and bite me like an ungrateful dog. Probably notice a large mermaid statue near the entrance to the docks. Approach it and tell her these words exactly. I would trade centuries for a single day of life as a human. Remember these words. Better yet, write them down. Thanks for the intel, Uncle Ho. An army is fed for years, but used only for a minute. Here's hoping that minute was worth it. Well, see, can you answer some other questions then? Sorry, Honorable Xinjiang, if you lose your way, you can return to the starting point of your journey, but when you lose your way with words, there is no going back. Thus I will stay silent. As you wish, can I buy some tea here? The old man loses his calm for a second and looks around carefully. We do a deal in herbs here, Xinjiang. Traditional Chinese medicine, if you know what I mean. If that's how it's gonna be. Close do, show me the menu. Okay. That stuff there. Hmm. Okay, what do we have here? You step into a smoke-filled room, part of which has been repurposed as a makeshift laundry. Inside the door, you're immediately accosted by a withered, nervous old woman with a cigarette clamped in her teeth. However, she doesn't verbally abuse you. Instead, she rushes your partner in a hexagon. Ah, dirty bear, come back! Pay up! Pay 10 rubles! So she finally got me. Madam, I do not understand what you're talking about. I would kindly ask that you stop insulting me. Because by insulting me, you are in fact insulting this glorious country, which was raised on the fruits of my literary genius, like a babe on its mother's milk. You two know each other. Ah, dirty bear, do not try to slide out of your depth like an old duck. My master chef, I will stir fry you with sweet and sour sauce. Just wait a moment, what's going on here? This disgusting vagrant once brought his huge stinky underpants here. Said from the start that we watch for double price, take it or leave it. Too dirty for normal price, too smelly, too tattered. Double price or go away. He nodded, but then I washed the underpants and he only paid 10 rubles. There are 10 more, dishonorable old man. Not in front of my child, please. And why you use such florid language? I trust you with my privacy as well as my undergarments. As for the price, as for the size, the only part of them which is somewhat stretched out is the groin area. Am I to blame for the blessing gifted me by nature? Most other aspects they were brand new, which is exactly why I decided that paying double would be wrong. Ah, balding head, dirty beard. Don't like hearing profound yet unpleasant truths about your terrible smelly underpants, about their vomit-inducing miasma. Quit making things up. They were merely my manly and purely natural and healthy mask. 10 rubles, pay up. Hey, maybe Hex could work you as your slave in this laundry to work off his debt. Hexagon starts slowly retreating to the exit while mumbling something about his past in the prison. His eyes are spinning in the socket as he frantically searches for alternate routes of escape. The dirty beard go near a clean laundry of my esteemed clients? No way. Hey, where are you going, dirty beard? I just wanted to breathe some fresh air after spending so much time here, spending near this old uncultured viper. Let's chit-chat, more rubles, 10 typics are. Ah, so be it. Here's 10 rubles for you. That's better. Hopefully your kindness will shame that dirty beard. Give me my money now. As the confused and irritated Hexagen puffs out his cheeks, the woman quickly grabs the 10 rubles and secretes them in her pockets. Maybe you could answer a few of my questions now. What questions? I don't know any questions. Talk business or do not talk at all. So why? Okay, laundry service. The woman taps the ash from her cigarette to the floor, studies you carefully and shakes her head. Adventurers and dogs do not get service. Nothing personal. Look for laundry lady elsewhere. Why don't you service dogs? Those dogs don't have clothes, stupid lie. Why don't you service adventures? The lonely lady rolls her eyes and starts counting off on her fingers every reason for denying you service. Dangerous connection, you get shot, you never get payment for doing laundry. Next is blood and sweat everywhere, even on underpants. Disgusting to touch and stinky too. Another reason, bullet holes everywhere, even in underpants. Makes fabric easy to tear. I tear your bullet hole underpants by accident, you come and complain. No way, no service for you. Okay, that will do. Can we change the subject? Okay. Does you want to be? Oh, yeah, sleep. Okay. What a lady.